Hello, beautiful soul tribe, and happy Sunday. Y'all, y'all, I'm about 99% sure I had the corona. I probably am still in it. But I had to get on here. I've still got the hot and cold sweats, the fevers. You guys. Okay, I was sick. I had that head cold thing going on. And then I started feeling a little bit better. I think it was mostly allergies. And then it all went down into my chest. And you guys, you can see it like in my eyes. I've been down. Okay. Um, I could only do one personal reading this week, and that's because I had to reschedule already once on her because I was so sick. So I've been sick for a little over 2 weeks. I didn't get tested. Look, here's just my opinion. Everybody has to do what they have to do. If it's bad enough for me to go to the hospital, I'll go. But otherwise, they say treat it like the flu. I've been treating it like the flu. It feels like the flu. It could just be a flu. You know what I mean? I've been quarantining myself. I've been staying home. But if I go and get tested, what are they going to do? You know what I mean? Give me some medicine. And that's already what I'm doing. I'm taking some medicine. Not a big medicine person anyway. And I would just be spreading it around more. I'm pretty healthy. So I'm pretty confident that I'll be okay. I have no asthma, decent. I'm in the prime of my healthy age right now. So if I cough or if I dribble a little snot, I'm trying to stay off the cough suppressants because I want it to come up. And I'm drinking tons of water, but you guys, I'm strangely almost grateful for this because I'm really authentic with you guys on here. Really, I try to be authentic. I have my times when I'm not. And I don't mean like I lie to you. There are certain things that I have a hard time with, and through the next year I think you're going to hear my whole story. Cuz I told you a lot of my story, but this takedown, right? I've been talking a lot about this universal macro takedown that's going on because Gaia is lifting in consciousness and she wants us to truly understand our connection, which we can't understand when we are in a constant state of disconnect. And what I mean by that is numbing in our own ways, right? Good morning, everyone. I'm about to say hi to everyone. Check in, tell me where you're from. I'm about to go through and say hi to everybody. However, normally, whenever I go within, I'm still like smoking a little pot, having some wine, just doing my downtime thing, right? Watching some shows, something like that. Well, I've been so sick, I can't smoke the pot because of the lung thing. I just can't. There's no way. I can't drink because the last thing you need whenever you're sick is to be drinking. You want your immune system to really have a chance at fighting this, right? And getting stronger. Sorry. At least I don't technically even have to cover my mouth with y'all. You know what I mean? So couldn't do that. My head was too muddled to pay attention to any show I would have on anyway. So it kind of felt like an imposed paralysis with mouth breathing. I just had to lay there in my bed like, but I still had these thoughts creeping up, right? I had zero opportunities for numbing, and I just had to lay there in some of my own stank, literally and figuratively. And yeah, this next year, just when you think, oh wow, I've done some growing, this next year for me is going to be intense. Intense personal growth. And I thought that I'd already done this, but I saw some things. And so I'm not going to get into all that right now. The darkness that I explored, am presently exploring, and I am okay. I am okay. Thank you for your prayers and your beautifulness. But I want to start that reading with this. It's almost Thanksgiving. And it's a time to really, it's important to think about what we're thankful for. right? Thanksgiving is about cultures coming together. And I'm not going to get into the politics of it, you know, how I feel about most of that. But taking it down to a base level, we're all the same inside, right? And what I want to say I'm thankful for is truly this year, you guys, my soul tribe, giving me a platform to speak has been so cathartic. But above that, hearing your stories, reading your comments, your emails, feeling your energy. There are some of you out there who have never commented on a video, and I feel you. I feel your pain. I feel your love. And you have changed my life. I used to wear my pain. Talk about a chip on your shoulder. I mean, it was more than me against the world. It was like I had this subconscious, really, truly, it was subconscious anger towards everyone because I thought they didn't know what pain was and that I thought everyone took everything for granted. You know, losing people in your life, it tends to do things to you. And I did not process my grief. I just kept on volunteering for missions in the military, keeping myself focused on a goal, right? Constant. My motto was structure and goal. If I had a goal and I had some structure in my life, everything would be fine. The world could fall apart around me and I would be okay. But I didn't never process my grief. And if you don't process your grief, it will manifest itself. It will manifest itself. And mine did in horrific ways. I spent about 5 years in an internal hell that that bled out onto the people I loved most. And maybe soon we'll talk about that, but I'm not quite there yet to share some of those. But I want you guys to know, you know, what I've realized in this platform and hearing your stories is there are so many people out there. We cannot put a level on pain. We can't say that they've experienced more pain than they have, because I've said this before, a baby who is screaming and crying and raging of colic, that's because it's the very first pain it's ever felt. That's the only pain it's ever felt. It's the truest pain it's ever felt. And it's horrific because at that point in their stage of this journey, that's the worst thing they've ever experienced. We have to remember that about people. No matter where they are in their story, this pain they're experiencing may be the worst thing they've ever experienced. And just because they haven't been through what you've been through doesn't make their pain any less. Doesn't make their suffering any less. Doesn't make your suffering any greater. And we have to start recognizing pain. We have to start having compassion for that pain. And removing that chip from our shoulders, right? So one of the things I've done, and this next year is really going to be about me breaking this, and this is going to be the hardest thing I think I've ever done. But I've isolated. I really truly believe that God, universe, the PTB, powers that be, whatever's out there, gave me this gift so that that's how my pain started manifesting. Because I could not share it with anyone else. For whatever reason, I had isolated myself to a point where I thought no one could understand my pain. And so, thank goodness, I found a healthy outlet to start expressing it. And when I did, I realized there are so many people in the world going through the same things, worse, you know, all kinds of pain out there that I had no idea. It makes me look at every single person I meet differently. And the reason I isolate myself is because I've experienced so much death. We've talked about my sister's birthday was last week. She would have been 35. And she committed suicide. We've talked about my dad's strange death. Well, the anniversary of that is in 2 days. it was right before, right after Thanksgiving. I can't remember. It's in a couple of days. Dates are not that important, but I know that November is really hard for both me and my mother. You know, the mystery surrounding my dad's death and never really getting closure on that, and the fact that I was in Iraq at the time and we had some things between us left unsaid. I've learned that all the people I've lost in my life, my high school sweetheart, all the people in Iraq, I stopped letting myself get close to people because they're going to die. And something in me said, I can't take one more. That we're all going to die. And for whatever reason that those people were in my life, and I had to experience that. Maybe it was only so that I could experience the pain. It was funny. I looked down and I'm looking at 2 cards. Mandy wants to say hi. Teaching and learning. When you really boil down why the heck we're here, this is it. This is it. We're here to teach and we're here to learn. And this beautiful, eternal transformation never ends. It's bittersweet. It's tragic. It's beautiful. It's terrifying. It's gut-wrenching. Unbearable sometimes. Unbelievably heartwarming. But it really all boils down to constant flows, fluxes, states of teaching and learning. And the thing that bridges those two, forgiveness and love. Right? Forgiveness and love. It reminds me, a friend of mine used to always say, you can't get the rainbow without the rain. And we forget that, don't we? We just want the rainbow. But the rain's what makes the rainbow. We have to have faith. When it's raining like this, we have to have faith in humanity, faith in the universe, faith in our connectedness, faith in the eternal dream of unity that we are truly moving towards. And I know it doesn't always look like that when you watch the news, when you pick up the paper or your phone, but we are. And whenever our grandchildren's grandchildren look back at this time, we're going to see the magic that really is happening right now, the perspective. And that's what they've been showing me lately. And that's happening to you on a micro level as well as this entire macro level, right? So, say good morning to a few of you beautiful souls out there. Happy Sunday. Hang on. I got the vitamin burps. I took some vitamins, okay? Okay. Good morning, Valerie Storm, Kelly Metz, Amy Gill. Tell me where you guys are from, okay? Amity of Avalon Acres. Hello, hello. Taniki Cottrell. Hello, darling. Natural Malika. Hello, darling. Mama. Hello, Mama Vesta. That's my mother. If y'all see Mama Vesta. Something I want to talk about. Not my mom, but something kind of linked. Louise Roberts, Pacificate. It's okay. Thank you so much, darling. Thank you guys so much for your prayers. Amy Gil Kessler. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. Sorry. My nose is running, y'all. I don't want to get up in your face because I'm pretty sure. David, brother, hello. Nanek, hello. Susan, hello. Shining Star, hello. Morgan Lowe, hello. Kristen Villa, Hyundai Gardner, Charlotte Radio Lady. Hello, hello. Zero Night, my brother. Thank you, Morgan, my darling. Oh, you guys are so beautiful. It's gonna get better. Okay, let's get into this. Alberta, Canada, Colorado. Beautiful. Sandra, hello, good morning. Kelly, hello, Minnesota. Okay, you guys. Sorry, I'm sweating. So I'm just gonna say something real quick, and then I'm not gonna be able to do much singing today. My throat's not able to handle it. Unless y'all want to hear some more Bobby McGee. If y'all want to hear Bobby McGee, I can probably do that because her throat, that's about where I am right now. Okay, so for those of you who have never been to a Sunday church, welcome. Make sure to let my beautiful moderators out there know that you're new, and they will send you a warm welcome. I've chosen each one of my moderators due to their wisdom. I don't keep them, I mean, they are definitely here to help moderate the channel, but I've chosen each of them for sharing some beautiful piece of wisdom that has helped me grow. So I know that these are true teachers. And they're very wise. So if you have a question and I'm not able to look at the comments, please trust their feedback, okay? I'm gonna pull a few cards. It's a pick a card, but it's gonna be the one we're gonna be pulling from the Wisdom Shaman Oracle today. Look at that rainbow. Can't get the rainbow without the rain. Right? So we're gonna pull 3 cards. There's gonna be one. There's gonna be one that gives you a twirl in the belly, clench in the heart, a lump in the throat. Maybe very mild. It may be a negative, a positive reaction. Just pay special attention there. There's something for you there. However, it is likely that these will all tell a story of your soul because you are resonating with the soul tribe right now. This is going to be the energy taking you into next week. Think about what you're thankful for this week. Like I was just talking about, you guys. You guys have provided more personal growth to me than 10 years of counseling could have ever done. Just hearing your stories, hearing your comments, your consistent support through my ups and downs of the past few years. It's remarkable. It is remarkable. I honor you. So, the only thing that I could do while I was laying in bed, really, was listen to I have a Greek mythology book. I can kind of zone out on it. And I have the audio version. I don't usually listen to Audible, but I was too to read. So I just listened to it. It was awesome. And it reminded me of my favorite, most unsung of the Olympians, the goddess Hestia, which the Roman counterpart would be the goddess Vesta, which is what my mother's name is, Vesta. The goddess Hestia, highly unsung of the Olympian gods. We always hear of Hera and Zeus, Apollo, and Athena, and all of the fun ones, right? Exciting ones. But the goddess Hestia was the goddess of home and hearth. Now, we've gotten away from that, haven't we? Now, used to, there was no TVs. Back in the day, home and hearth, Hestia was the most prayed to and sung goddess because fire was life. Fire was food, warmth, smelting, everything that they had in their culture that they needed to survive and to continue to grow was around fire. Now, it was also around the fires that they got their entertainment, talking about the old stories, the old ones, talking about how everything came to be what they are, talking about the gods and the goddesses, right? The goddess Hestia, you don't hear any scary stories about her. You know, I used to really like Apollo or Athena or Artemis. Athena and Artemis, just loved them, goddess of the hunt. And, you know, they were so feminist and they were both virgins. They never, you know, got married or had sex. They were very powerful female figures and still strong, you know, goddess of a strategy behind war. And another goddess was about the hunt. How cool is that they put females in that role? Yet they also made them virgins and sanctity, all of that good stuff. So the goddess Hestia also was virgin, never got married, never put herself into the drama of the general Olympians. But the other goddesses, they also had this intense jealousy. I never saw Hestia go through that. Hestia truly was one of the best. She truly wanted to bring humanity the appreciation of the hearth, home and hearth, the appreciation of family, of connection, right? Of healing, of love. And we've gotten away from that. People don't even sit around their dinner table anymore. You know, a lot of times people are eating in their room while they're playing video games or watching TV. Even a family meal in front of a TV, it's still nobody talking, right? So I do, if you have a fireplace or a fire pit outside, I encourage you to go light a fire and tell a few stories, maybe once a week on Sunday or something. Remember the hearth, right? And right as I'm looking at this fire. And she also gave up her seat. There were 12 gods and goddesses on the Olympian, hierarchy. And when Dionysus came to be, the god of wine, they said they wanted to add him. Everybody loved Dionysus, of course. Who doesn't love the god of wine and partying, essentially? But they wanted to add him to the hierarchy of the gods. And they were kind of like, ooh, but 13 is a no-no number for the Greeks. 13 is a big no-no number. They like 12. It's the perfect number. It's the completion. Goddess Hestia kind of felt these urgings, and she just stepped down. She said, he can have my seat. Who does that? She just stepped down. She said, I feel like I'm more needed on the earth plane, not up here on Olympus, accepting offerings and prayers. I want to go show them what it's like to be family. I want to show them the power of the hearth. And that's when they had the Vestal Virgins, which always kept the fire lit for Hestia. She's one of the most selfless goddesses. And I think that we could all take a page from her book. She avoided drama. And she truly was about family. We have to remember how much that's worth. I think it's pretty special. And I don't just mean your immediate family. I mean the family of this earth. We have to remember how many of us are going through this. Especially this year, right? Because being taken within, a lot of people have never explored their grief, like I was saying with me. And a lot of people, this is their first experience with really being alone with their thoughts as much as they have been, right? People are experiencing not just the pain of this year, but their first time of really looking at their thoughts and how they got to where they are today. Their first times of really looking at some tragedy in their life and trying to heal that tragedy. And I want you to know, there's not a person on this earth right now that hasn't gone through some kind of growth this year in their own way, whether they know it or not. It's kind of what this time is all about. God has brought this about for a reason. And the universe has brought this about for a reason. This standstill. You guys, I did not pick these cards. I'm literally looking down as I'm speaking, and they tell me to look down, and they're just here. This standstill, this hermit mode, is going to bring up our inner strength. It's going to remind us how strong we are. When you're in the thick of this, and you're really having to look at this, it's ugly. You don't feel strong. But that is exactly what builds the strength and courage. It's exactly what builds the strength and courage. This death and rebirth, we are going to come out the other side of it so much stronger. But it's going to be, notice how gently she opens the lion's mouth. It's not a forced, brutal strength. It's a strength of love. It's a strength of compassion, right? For those of you just chiming in, I've been very sick. So dark eyes, no makeup, all that stuff. Bear with me. I did put on earrings for y'all, okay? Okay. So, with that being said, let's go and pull y'all some cards. Let's pull y'all some cards. See what's going on for this coming week. Got my glasses. Okay. She hasn't gotten as many walks as she usually does. But she does have a big backyard. I'm going to take her for one today. I just have been feeling terrible, y'all. And like I said, I don't want to spread it. Okay. We're going to use the Mystical Shaman Oracle. She took a deep breath at the same time as me. My psychic sponge. Okay. Mystical Shaman Oracle. I'm already sweating, y'all, so make sure my nips are below the camera view. Hot, though. Okay. Everybody take a big old deep belly breath. Release it up your spine, out your crown chakra. Release all expectation of this reading so that they can blow your mind. Calling in all spirit guides, all angels, ascended masters, passed on loved ones of the light who wish to speak to our beautiful humans in this soul tribe, going through it in whichever way they are. Thank you. Please speak through me clearly so that their messages may be received with love and grace. The child. 7. The child. I gotta sing something. Bobby McGee is about the only thing I can handle right now because of my throat. Busted flat in Baton Rouge, waiting for a train, feeling near as faded as my jeans. Bobby thumbed a diesel down just before the rain, rode us all the way to New Orleans. I pulled my harpoon and my dirty red bandana. I was playing soft while Bobby sang the blues. Yeah. Windshield wipers slapping time. I was holding Bobby's hand in mine. He sang every song that driver knew. Yeah. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing. Oh, it's nothing, honey, if it ain't free. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when he sang the blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and my Bobby McGee. Okay. 7. Remember, twirl in the belly, a clench in the heart, a lump in the throat, negative or positive reaction, just pay special attention there. But it is likely that there's going to be a story here for you in your own way. Just listen to the notes that resonate with you. The child. Okay? I've been doing some inner child work. 7. The most perfect spiritual number considered by many. Look at the moon cycles. The child knows how to live cyclically. The child knows how to live with their heart out. Heart first, right? Wearing the world like a loose garment rather than your pain. The blade. 6. Again, wow, look at the moon cycles. There's a time for everything, y'all. And coming into the tree of life. Look at those deep set roots. Look at the butterflies of transformation coming off the roots. The unifying, the unity, the twisting of the trunk. We are coming together. Hasn't been easy though. Big time transformation. On a micro and a macro level. You've been through it. You've done so much more work than you think you have. 58. Also at 13. That so-called unlucky number. I love 13. 4. We're in the year of 4, right? Well, I'm going to pull one numerology card for each. And then I'll read a little bit of each and we'll clarify. For the child spirit. For the child. Oh, I really didn't. That was weird. I didn't feel it. I didn't feel it. For the child. But it was financial discipline for anybody who wants to know. Okay, for the child. Ha! Nature. Getting outside, running around barefoot. You know, it's so funny. Have you ever noticed how kids have so much energy? They run around barefoot, play in the sprinklers in water, which changes up your energy. They laugh, they scream, they do headstands, flipping that blood around. They do cartwheels. Take a note from the child's book. Remember what we said earlier, teaching and learning, right? Teaching and learning. For the blade, don't worry, we'll talk about each one a little bit more. For the blade, you felt a little twirl there. For the blade. I don't really remember the blade very well. Ooh, patience. It's interesting. I'm called to pull the next card too. Patience and creativity. So it may be one or either of these. It's going to really clarify because they're telling me to pull both. Patience and creativity, 3 and 2, 2 and 3. And it's funny because we had 6 and 7. Patience and creativity. We'll clarify those. And let's pull Tree of Life. Tree of Life. So I mentioned today how much I love you guys. You really are beautiful. You know that? You really are. Blow my mind. Tree of Life. Wow, 2 cards again for Tree of Life. New beginnings. And manifestation. Wow. I am ready, right? I am ready. Let's talk a little bit about the child. If you pulled the child. Now, there may be 1, 2, all 3 that speak to you. Just take the notes that resonate with you, okay? The child. The child knows the way to joy and happiness. The child offers the return of second innocence. The return to innocence. Oi, oi, oi. A time born of wisdom and not naivety. This card allows you to correct your course and offers you a second chance. Who doesn't want that? And don't we each deserve it? Remind yourself that you deserve a second chance, right? It brings you the possibility of redemption and entering heaven while still on earth. The child is here to release you from the habit of being yourself. And help you acquire a beginner's mind so that you can see life as if for the first time. Remain open to learning and discovery. Who is your spouse or partner today? Can you see them with fresh eyes? Who is looking back at you in the mirror this morning? Become a mystery unto yourself and reconnect with a sense of childlike wonder. Run outside and play. Reconnect with a sense of childlike wonder, right? Let's pull a few clarifiers for the child. Spirit. This is the vice versa tarot. Any of these decks that you like are below. I give you this in the description box. I give you the same links I get them from. I get a few cents whenever you order anything off of my Amazon links. I like to clarify that. That was too many. It's like 15 there. Okay, Spirit. For the child. Also, just while I'm thinking, while I'm shuffling, because he's kind of have to be shaken up anyway. Thank you so much for all of your extremely generous donations. You guys pay my bills. You get me through it. If you donate to PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, which I have in the description box, please tell me what you want to release for the upcoming full moon ceremony. Okay? I love you all so much. Just too many, you guys. Too many. Okay. Nature and the child, Spirit. What do you want to say? What do you want to say about nature and the child? Nature and the child. We have 9 of Cups. Nature and the child. King of Wands in reverse. Nature and the child. And okay, let's talk about it. Hold on. We have the page of cups in reverse and the page of cups upright and the magician in reverse. Okay, so for the child, we have 9 of cups. Okay, this is wishes granted. This is contentment. Okay, it's also about completion. Okay, you can truly have what you want. It's about the frequency that you're within. We turn this card around and we see they're ready to grant your wishes. They're ready to pour these wishes in, but the cornucopia is empty. Do you believe you can get your wishes? When you wish upon a star, right? Are you wishing upon a star? Are you asking for what you want like a child does? A child makes wishes all the time, every day, all the time. Anytime they pass a fountain, see a shooting star, or just look up in the night sky when they're praying, when Santa comes. You must be asking for what you want. When you step into the energy of your childlike wonder and begin to step into that vortex, you align with your heart's passions and desires. That's getting what you want. Cleaning off the mud on your flashlight. Your flashlight is the source that's always shining within you at its brightest. Trust me, it's always shining. But sometimes there's a little mud covering that light, right? As you start, they're not asking you to change or turn your light on. It's already on. They're asking you to shed, to clean the mud off your flashlight. And then bits of your light start really, truly shining through. You're already turned on, baby. If you don't feel turned on, just time to shed. Not change, shed. Find the root of the things you want to change. What's causing that deep pain that makes you go numb, that makes you go to vices, right? It's about the root. It's not about the things you're doing. It's about the root, right? The King of Wands in reverse, okay? Notice that it's light on this side, okay? He's in his best and his most confident self here, okay? But here we see that little salamander of enlightenment eating its own tail, right? That cycle of eternally transforming, eternal transformations. He's in this side right now, and that is okay. But that little salamander's turned into an anaconda. If you ignore the thing under your bed, what are you afraid of? It will turn into this. And that's okay too. But he's looking at it, isn't he? He's looking at it. He's like, I let that little thing get out of control, didn't I? Right? When you do that, step into childlike wonder again. Your gifts start opening back up. Your psychic abilities start opening back up. Your cup overfloweth. And the things that are going to be jumping out of your cup are going to shock you. Curious, right? Peculiar. When you start to look at the snakes coming up in your life, instead of being afraid of them, saying, ooh, curious. How did I let that happen? Peculiar. Start talking to yourself as if you were your own spirit guide. Being kind with yourself. Because there is something new. Here's the magician. This Kabbalah, this tree of life shows the cycles that we must all go through. The eternal's ups and downs. As he holds the wand up, so above as above, so is below, right? But we notice he is allowing that energy to flow through him and then down into the earth. You have the power of manifestation, but you don't realize how strong you are. Something new. See, all these lilies, he knows how he's powerful, but there's something new that you don't see growing behind you in the cracks of nothing. It's coming from somewhere you would never expect. Somewhere within you that you would never expect. Looking at that fish like, because if you think you're saying curious now, when it comes to all of that pain, this giant snake that you know you need to deal with, right? You know you need to deal with. Doing some inner child work, you know you need to deal with. When you do that, curious, peculiar, then the new curious and peculiar are going to be coming up in ways you cannot imagine. Blessings, psychic abilities, intuitive abilities, abilities of manifestation. All of a sudden, anything you desire just shows up because you've cleared your flashlight and therefore put yourself in line with the frequency of your heart's true intentions. Living heart first. Right? Beautiful. So get outside, walk around barefoot, clear this channel. The more you don't want to, the more you need to do it. Okay? The more you need to do it. I'm talking to myself too, y'all. I'm talking to myself too. You know it. The blade. Who pulled the blade? The blade. Can't remember this one. We haven't used this deck in a minute. The blade. The essence of this card. By the way, like I said, I don't always have, I want this channeling to be good for everybody, even if you come back later and you're not able to make it live. So I don't read the comments now, but I always, and go read them after, I promise you. I wish I could respond to them or give a like or an emoji like you can on Facebook, but you can't. Someday they'll probably let us do that, but not yet. But I always go back and read them. The blade represents sharpness of mind, body, and spirit. Pointing upward, pointing upward, it summons the power of heaven. When aimed down to the ground, it anchors the power of heaven and earth. Wow. I told y'all it tells a story. It tells a story. Sorry, I can't breathe very well. My chest. The blade can be a healing tool or a weapon. Wield it wisely, and it will transmit power, bestow initiations, cut energetic cords from the past, or sever toxic relationships. Oh, Aiden, my brother, I miss you terribly. I love you. Thank you. Use it with anger, and it will slash, stab, and kill. Right? And that's exactly what I was talking about earlier. I let all of that anger inside of me just manifest, like build up, boil up, and I didn't heal it. And when you don't do that, it will find a way to manifest itself, cutting people, hurting people, especially the ones you love most. And that's even worse than the original trauma itself, isn't it? hurting the people that you love and it being your fault. The invitation. You are invited to draw your blade and use it. It is not auspicious to hesitate, to waste time in idle talk, or to hide from the inevitable. Whew, I'm feeling this one. Heaven and earth are aligned to support you in claiming your power. So take decisive action. Overcome your fear, that big old anaconda. Overcome your fear of hurting others. Unsheathe the blade and use it wisely. Use it wisely. Now I understand why 2 cards came out. Patience and creativity. You have to create without the fear of hurting others. This is a time of manifestation for you. For some of you have that fear, and some of you need to be patient with that blade, right? Find out what that blade is trying to teach you. Find out what that blade is trying to teach you. If you guys donate super stickers or super chats, email me what you want to release for the full moon ceremony. Okay, new and full moon ceremonies for that month. Because if you don't, what am I going to send you? I'm sending you toads for transformation. Toads and frogs. And believe me, plenty of people have gotten them. I like to give back the energy. Let's pull a few clarifiers for the blade. That is so crazy. The last card I told y'all, I'll tell the story. The last card we pulled, I was talking about as above, so is below. Letting that power of, they want to grant your wishes. They want to grant your wishes. Right? They want to, you have to ask for what you want and intend it onto this earth plane. That's the magic. Isn't it easy? That's magic. Be careful though. Works both ways. Don't use it wisely. Don't hurt anybody. Don't hurt anybody. Right? That's when that devil comes around. Okay. For the blade spirit, what do you want to say about the blade? Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. Okay, so this card was showing itself right before I started shuffling for this card, and I wanted to pull it, but I was like, I better shuffle. It was showing itself this way, and it popped out this way, so I want to talk about both sides because they're both prevalent here. Okay, the blade's an interesting dynamic because it can go both ways, right? It can really hurt others, but also the blade is there for you whenever you need courage to go after what you want and not worry about what people think, okay? All right, this part showed itself to me first, and this is the part that popped out. Notice here, again, we're in the year of 4, right? We're in the year 4 of stabilizing this new foundation so that next year, the year 5 of intense change, we will have a stable foundation to build upon for that intense change to happen on, right? We're laying the foundation. Notice how warm and beautiful it is, glowing, that you can see the love, you can see the joy, you can see the celebration, but we turn it around. And we see here, the sun looks fake, right? It's not real. They're going after maybe keeping up with the Joneses, going after what they're told everybody should want. We also notice here, she ain't got no shoes on, okay? He's not actually holding her. His hand's kind of like, you know, like, right? Here it looks like they're kind of embracing and smiling at each other. He's holding her. Can't tell she ain't wearing no shoes in this picture, right? Here, like, girl, I mean, I tell you all the time, walk around barefoot. But this is showing a lack of stability. That's what they're trying to show. Showing fakeness. It's not showing true, absolute, authentic happiness with a good, stable environment, right? What else, Spirit, for the blade? That was weird. Like, whenever I started to say Spirit, I had this, like, snake sound come out. Maybe some of you are shedding a snake skin, right? Maybe some of you are shedding a snake skin so that you can become your new, shiny self. Doesn't mean that's easy, though, does it? Ah, the story. Heartbreaking and beautiful all at once. Spirit, for the blade. For the blade. For some of you, the time is now. Right? Stepping back into your passion. This is God handing you an opportunity of passion. The lightning striking, saying now is the time. Are you ready to step into this? Are you ready to grab it? Because remember, aces aren't minor arcana. They're not major arcana. They are portals. There are only 4 in this 78 card deck. They are portals for you to step through. And that's what the year of 5 will be bringing to you. This is your blade. Right now, I want you to really go within and do this integration work at this end of the year, because that's what's asked for right now. Integration and regeneration if you're living cyclically. Because next year, things are going to be getting going. Major change coming. And I really think you guys are more ready for it than you think. Okay? Just live cyclically. Sometimes doing nothing is the hardest thing of all. Because believe me, when you're doing nothing, you're doing so much more work than you think you are. Right? Spirit, what else for the blade? One more card, please, for the blade. Completion of a cycle. The 10 of Pentacles, right? This is a time to truly be with family. Okay? To truly be with family and look at what you want as a legacy in your future to leave your children. And I'm not just talking about money here. I'm talking about, have they seen you go after what you want? Have they seen you live the kind of life that you want them to live? Fearless, bold, secure, of course. You want them to be happy. What kind of legacy are you leaving behind to your children? What are they going to remember? Even your unborn children, right? This starts now. Are you living the kind of life with the legacy you want to leave the world? Creativity and patience. Living truly cyclically. Pick up that blade and wield it. Use it wisely. Okay? Use it wisely. And I love the year of 4. You see the story? Year of 4. Get ready, because it's almost over. End of cycle. 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. Ace. Okay? Get ready. So let's see what's coming. 58. The tree of life. The tree of life. I keep wanting to burp and I can't. I'm taking a lot of vitamins right now. I'm trying not to take too many medicines. I know I need to sometimes keep my fever down, but it's what it is. Okay, tree of life. We pulled manifestation and new beginnings. Okay, this is very much what I'm feeling for the year 5. God, I just... Okay, Spirit. Manifestations and new beginnings. Tree of life. Oh, we didn't read it yet. Hold on. We didn't read it yet. Tree of life. Now, you may have pulled this card individually, and you may have felt this one more than the others. Take the notes that resonate for you here, but there's also, I can hear the story coming out here. I hope you can too. But it's going to speak to you each differently. The essence here. The tree of life is a sacred symbol throughout the Americas. Its deep roots, which reach into the lower world of the unconscious, while its branches reach into the heavens, the source of destiny. To be whole in your life's journey, it is important to have deep roots and high branches. Right now, we're working on those deep roots. That's why they're taking us down. That's why they're taking us within. This is truly, this year, these next few years are really going to set us up for the next few decades so that we can grow our branches tall and big. A tall tree with shallow roots falls first in the wind, but a tree with deep roots can weather any storm. Absolutely. That's what we're doing now. That's what we're doing. To find health and balance in your life, reflect on how you dance with your actions. I like that. Reflect on how you dance with your actions, your thoughts, and your feelings. If you are too much in your thinking head, or in a world of fantasies and daydreaming, those are my 2 worst things. Connect more with your roots and physical body. If you are caught in the mechanical doing and you are feeling stuck, not able to imagine a better life for yourself, Open up to be inspired by the heavens. Let your roots and branches be aligned with your heart's longings. Remember, just match your heartbeat to that of the universe. Okay? For the medicine here, I haven't read the medicine for the others, but I feel the need to here for anybody having trouble with this. This is kind of the medicine. What nutrients do you need to add to your soil to grow strong? The seed of the oak will not grow in barren ground or without the light of the sun. What dreams do you want to awaken to create the mindful destiny? Reflect on how you want to blossom, the kind of fruit you want to produce, and where you want to sow your new seeds. Be a conscious creator. Be conscious that you are creating every single day, every single minute, with your thoughts, with your actions, with your words, consistently and eternally transforming and creating. What are you creating with these beautiful thoughts? With these beautiful articulations, right? Okay, let's see what they want to say about Tree of Life. Spirit, Tree of Life. Woo! Divinely timed, baby. This has always been about the divine timing. The second coming. Look at Archangel Gabriel blowing his horn, saying, rise up, for it is time. For it is time. Enough said. Spirit, what else for Tree of Life? Manifestations and new beginnings. I know it's been a hard year, you guys. Don't worry. This is a part of the beginning. Manifestations and new beginnings. Another ace. Another portal. Another God handing you a new opportunity of manifestation of abundance in any way, shape, and form that you need it. Is it in passion? Is it in money? Is it in love? Is it in desire? Are you in love with yourself? Because none of this stuff can come to you fully to where you can appreciate it on its most authentic level until you are authentic with yourself. Right? Right? And if you don't know, go within and ask. If you wish upon a star. What you used to wish for when you were little? Think about it. Do some inner child work. Step back in to your childlike wonder and childlike heart. And that will be the beginning of stepping back into your vortex. Truly, if you want to get in touch with your higher self, pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention to what you are thinking in a patient and kind manner. In a patient and kind manner. Because I promise you, you are creating what you are thinking in your outside world. Okay? Okay. Bottom of the deck. This card has not left us alone. I want to show both of these because they're both sevens. Okay? Bottom of the deck, right? When you start this new path, y'all, I want you to notice this here. This Chariot. But look at this. Chariot. He has broken these chains that have binded him. He has broken free. And it's not easy to do that. To break free of preconceived notions. Others on you. But also your preconceived notions on how this world should work. Because who are you to say? Who is anyone to tell you? You can be whatever you want. And it starts with your thoughts. That's the first way to breaking free. And notice how the world falls away behind him. Because there is no turning back. Once you realize what you want, taking out everyone else's judgments, what they're going to think of you, how it's going to affect them, even your children. Because what is best for you is best for your children. I promise you. It may not seem like that the day you do it, but in the long run, if you really love your children, you will do what's best for you. You'll follow your intuition and the urgings of the universe. That is what's best for your children in the long run. I promise. Because Spirit is handing you whatever you want. You are spoiled with choices, whether you see it or not. Right? You are spoiled with choices. I know many of you feel restricted. You feel like this, right? What do I always say about this guy? Who let him out of the castle? He is blind. He is in a swamp. You don't know. Where's his seeing eye dog? Where's his buddy? Shame, shame. He's like, I don't know what to do. Where do I go, George? He can't see. Spirit handing him all these choices. Some of you are blind to it, and that's okay. It's time to wake up, though. Got more choices than you think. And that is what this takedown is all about. Right? Okay. Let's pull one Isis card. And then we're going to close this up before I do lose my voice. I think my cough suppressant's going to wear off soon. Let's see what Isis wants to say for the coming week. Give us your spirit message. Have I said how much I love you guys? I love you guys so much. So much. You are my sunshine. Felt it. I feel like we've pulled this a lot. The dark mysteries. Enter the chamber of dark healing with the goddess. That's what I feel like I've been doing. The chamber of healing. That's what this year's been about. And if you haven't done it, well, you may not have done it like me. I'm sure you've done it in your own way. Life's changed in some way, shape, or form for everybody out there. Uh-oh. Okay. I've lost the book. Here it is. The Dark Mysteries. Oh, thank you, Lord. Turn me right to it. Thank you, spirit guides, everyone, ascended masters, passed on loved ones of the light, for your help today, for being here. The Dark Goddess calls you to her inner chamber where she holds a test and a gift for you. The test is your willingness to meet and release. Told y'all, it tells a story. To meet and release the fears within that have been secretly holding you back. The gift is freedom. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose, right? The gift is freedom, peace, opportunity, and prosperity in all its forms. Peace, prosperity, abundance, all of it in all of its forms. All of its forms, right? These portals are about to open for you as you do this healing. Will you accept her call? Your time for inner and deeper initiation is truly here. When the Dark Goddess calls you, it is a life-changing experience. It is not always easy, but the rewards for those who are brave enough to answer her call and enter her inner chamber are tremendous indeed. The rewards of a life lived more fearlessly, the gift of loving and being just who you are in truth without having to impress or bow to another out of fear of rejection. It is a more open and expansive way to live, and it attracts the bounty of the mother, her gifts of love, opportunity, peace, and prosperity, well-being, and wisdom. It takes a strong soul to go through this test and into the liberation it delivers, but you are ready, dear initiate of the light. I'm going to say really quickly the incantation here because I think it's pretty. You can change the deity in your head, say universe, God, Allah, whatever you want. Okay? It's the Isis book. Sublime Isis, dark and sweet, through you my hidden self I meet. I honor this self and accept. No longer do I fear, shame, or reject. You gift me with myself complete. Sublime Isis, dark and sweet. I love you all so much. I manifest this reading for you in this beautiful coming week of Thanksgiving. And I am going to do my very best to get on here and finish the December horoscopes before the end of the month. I am feeling a little better, but just getting up and getting in the shower and getting ready, I'm drained and I'm already coughing and hacking, and it's just been awful, y'all. I got sick. I got a head cold and a chest thing, and then I don't know if it is the corona or not. I don't know, or the flu or whatever, but I've been sick. I got a cold sore on the inside of my nose. It hurt. And then I started my period yesterday. So I'm bleeding and it's just awful. But they wanted to take me down. I had some work to do. Man, I did it. I did it. Now I got to go journal about it. Get on here and tell y'all some more. What do they say, you guys? What do they say? Whew. They say, I'm going to do my best. Y'all know. They say, don't waste your hate. I just found a feather today, this morning, when I walked outside. Don't waste your hate. Rather gather and create. Be of service. Be a sensible person. Use your words, no, don't be nervous. You can do this, you've got purpose. Find your medicine and use it. Whew, barely got through that one. I love you, my soul tribe. Like and subscribe. It's like tipping. Please leave a comment. I love hearing your stories. It's truly my saving grace. I love you all. Catch you on the flip side.